Thomas Müller is giving Joachim Löw a headache. His form for Bayern Munich this season has the Germany boss eating his words from just over a year ago, when in the wake of Die Mannschafts' disgraceful attempt to defend their World Cup crown and their displays in the inaugural Nations League, Müller was dropped from the national team setup in favour of younger guys like Manchester City's Leroy Sané, Borussia Dortmund's Julian Brandt, and Müller's Bayern teammate Serge Gnabry.
Mit der Qualifikation Richtung EM 2020.
With the qualification towards Euro 2020, and of course due to performances and results in the past year, it was of course essential and unavoidable for us in the coaching team to make certain changes.
Natürlich auch unerlässlich und unumgänglich.
But 12 months on, in the wake of Müller setting a new record for Bundesliga assists, should Joachim Löw recall the self-proclaimed space investigator? Now, this could all be moot, considering Müller said a couple of weeks ago that the longer he thinks about it, the more angry he is about the way it happened. But you can bet Löw's given the idea of an apologetic phone call to Müller some thought. Firstly, because Sané hasn't featured for most of the season after injuring his ACL way back in the Community Shield at the start of the season. And secondly, because the numbers do not lie. Müller's 16 assists in 2019-20 isn't only the most in the Bundesliga, it's the most across all of Europe's top 5 domestic leagues, tied with City's Kevin De Bruyne. The closest German is his Bayern teammate Gnabry, who has just 9. Gnabry is about the only player who can be directly compared to Müller, as he's the only one who also has Polish striker Robert Lewandowski to latch onto passes and turn chances into goals more often than not, totting up their assists. And that's reflected in their stats. Müller has seen his passes turned into assists by the Pole 6 times this season, while Gnabry has 5. And as for their own interplay, Gnabry and Müller have assisted one another 3 times apiece. As for Brandt, well, despite blossoming since he traded the Bay Arena for Signal Iduna Park, his creative numbers are nowhere near that of Müller or Gnabry. But Brandt makes up for fewer goals and fewer assists in the Bundesliga with everything else he does. He shoots less, but hits the target more often, and plays far more passes per game with 46 to Müller and Gnabry's 35, while maintaining a high pass accuracy of 84%. It certainly goes some way to vindicating Löw in his decision to drop Müller this time last year.
Meine Aufgabe als Trainer ist aber dann auch ganz einfach.
My job as a coach is to make decisions, and the decisions you make in the present are always hard. That's why you have to make decisions for the future. That's why we've decided to go with players who have the prospect of qualifying.
Perspektive haben, in diese Qualifikation zu gehen.
Germany did qualify for Euro 2020 with relative ease, losing just once in 8 games to top Group C. But though their performances were far from faultless, that had little to do with their young forward line who banged in 30 goals in those 8 games. Under normal circumstances, Müller's form with Bayern is worthy of a recall. But Löw? Well, he proved his single-mindedness the last time German football needed a revolution. And considering the success that brought, winning the 2014 World Cup, Löw has every right to stay the course with his decision.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.